Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
What up, y'all? What's good with you? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Y'all know who it is, your favorite two North Carolinians, Dre, Reg. We back, another episode, locked in. What's good with you, man?
Man, I'm coolin', brother. Another week. I've been working pretty hard the past couple of days. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's all good, man. Right? They gotta maybe earn the money some way, somehow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Outside of that, man. Before we even get cracking, man, I just want to say thank you to everybody who chipped in for my little man's cookie drive, man. He ended up winning some pizza party and a dang on limousine ride or whatever. And, due to whatever, mom let it fall through the crack. But man, the village came through and we got him in there in about 48 hours, bro.
Okay.
In about 48.
That's what's up, man. Congrats to Adonis.
Oh yeah. Outside of that, man, I just been cooling, dog. I'm all right. I feel good.
That's good. Same here, dog. I've just been chilling, moving around, enjoying life, retired life, all that shit, and just I got some things coming up, but I'll probably mention it in later on, episodes, because I want to make sure I get things right first before I start, putting the carriage in front of the horse, as they say. But yeah, that's about it, man. I'm just watching sports, enjoying sports, and getting ready for this holiday season, trying to see exactly what's going to do, what's going to happen, as far as getting my girls down here and the grandbabies and everything. So that's about it, man. That's about it. Yeah.
Listen here, man. Speaking of sports, have you been betting any?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Honestly.
Boy, my parlay's been dog shit.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you about one, bro. So yesterday I could have won me a nice chunk of change, man. I had 4 players. All I needed to do was for Luka to hit 3 trades.
Mm-hmm.
Three pointers for Luka, right? That's nothing, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's Luka.
Theoretically, yeah.
It's Luka. This bitch went 1 for 9 yesterday, and the only one he hit was to seal the fucking game.
Wow. Yeah, I'd have been tight.
Bruh. Oh my God, bruh. You talking about hot?
I would, man. Yeah.
And
you share similar stories, because a lot of people I've been hearing talking about they parlays and how there ain't nothing hitting. How specifically this, since basketball season started, it's like everything been off of them: football, basketball, whatever they got money on.
Man.
Speaking of sports, let's get to it. Well, we will start with the Tar Heels, the good old UNC football team. We bounced back from a ugly losing skid with a nice, impressive. Well, I guess you can call it impressive from what we've seen in the last couple of weeks, because you didn't have much going on in this game, far as in thinking we were going, win the way we did, and I definitely didn't either. So I will say it was impressive, because we looked like we basically was laying down. But bounce back, nice big win. Hopefully that momentum carries on into this next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I think. Man, eight sacks was wild.
Yeah.
8 sacks is wild. What is it? 84-yard pick six for Reese, a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Caleb Rucker went crazy. Right. My man JJ Jones finally, showed up. I didn't think that I said he was going to be the lead receiver. I didn't think it was going to be the type of time that, because Bryson Nesbitt isn't playing, because he's still not playing, correct?
Right.
Right. So, I mean, it is what it is. However, you got to take the good with to the game, but I said no, I didn't want to get out there in UVA and you get I get mad and drunk up and tell niggas to line up ass kickings and shit like that. So but again,
yeah. Hold on real quick. Yeah, good win. I liked it. Going into this week, Florida State, I want a big win. Hopefully, I've been talking a whole lot of cash shit to a whole lot of Florida State fans, just because that shit had to happen last year with them in the bowl game, and I gave it to them. And when they came out this year and started laying eggs, I let them have it even more. And I was like, hey, look. We not supposed to be Charles. We not supposed to be a football team or a football school. But y'all motherfuckers are supposed to be a football team and a football school, and y'all look like dog shit.
Well,
so here we are this week.
Here's the
man. What the fuck?
that they have, no matter what, whether they're young athletes or unpolished or whatever you want to call it, they still have athletes.
Oh yeah,
and they still have a lot of speed. And those two things are things that are the Achilles heel for us. If you can get outside, if you can, because we're not very fast.
No, we lack speed.
Right, and oh my God, and lack is an understatement. So. We'll see how it goes, man. I'm hoping for the best, bro. We definitely need, because we're going down there, correct? Going to Tallahassee.
Yep.
You got to make a statement, man.
Got to. Good luck to the Tar Heels, though. I'll be tuned in. Jump to NFL real quick. What are your thoughts on this Anthony Richardson thing?
Well, first and foremost, dog, he played himself. Let's be clear. He played himself. In a few ways, he played himself, but he just should have lied. First of all, if I'm him, I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong. My groin, whatever. I'm lying. I'm not saying I'm tired.
Nope.
One. And two, when's the last time you seen the motherfucking quarterback nigga sub himself out, nigga?
No, I don't know. Outside of being hurt, I mean, no, I haven't. You see motherfuckers try to stand that got concussions, that they wobbling and shit.
Subbed himself. He subbed himself out. Said I was tired.
Right. Yeah.
This is a 6'5", 230-pound grown ass man. So what did that get him? A trip on a pine.
Yep. And then he released a statement today. What did he say? He said no one explained to him why he was being benched. Do they really have to explain to you?
Well, be clear, he wasn't playing the best football. Let's not.
No.
Let's not. Well, he was not playing the best football, right? Let's just not act like he was, right? It's the same with him and a lot of the other young quarterbacks that are in the league right now, man. They are stinking it up.
Yes, they are. You think it's a development
outside
problem?
Of dating? Yeah, I do. I think it is a development problem. I'm glad you said it, and I think going into it, like they aren't having the opportunity to go into these programs and actually, learn and they're learning playbooks. Like they're not learning I'm not gonna say systems, but like how to be pros. They're just learning plays and they're just going at it, right? You got a new team with this NIL, you got a new lineup, a new team every fucking year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's plug and play, and that's okay. That that's what a game is. But when it comes down to quarterback, you got to be able to command the offense. You got to be able to have your teammates trust you. You got to be able to do all of these things. And if you don't have cohesion with said players or whatever, dog, your ass gonna be in trouble because you're expected. You got these top 10, top 5 quarterbacks that are coming in. They're expected to be leaders of grown ass men.
Right. Yeah. I think with him too, because of course he missed the majority last season with an injury. And he's missed 2 games this season. He's been out 2 games, injury. And as far as in that injury, it was a quarterback draw, and he got popped, and he came out the game. And then I think probably about 4 or 5 plays later, they subbed him right back in the game. And guess what play they ran? A quarterback draw. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, does that really help him? I mean, so I think, even with these quarterbacks, especially when you draft somebody and they're supposed to be your franchise quarterback, the evaluation should be done just like that. Like, okay, are we bringing this quarterback in to play our system, or are we going to design a system that is similar to our system, but it plays into his strengths?
Well, let's just be clear, man. When you get a quarterback like that could do, an array of things, bro, you're gonna switch shit up.
Yeah, you have to.
You're gonna switch shit up. He's not the traditional quarterback, right? He's not fucking John Elway or nothing like that. This is a motherfucking man-child beast when he wants to be. But unfortunately for him, injuries have kind of plagued him a bit. So now we're here.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't negate the fact that man subbed his motherfucking self out, bro.
It sure don't. And like you said, you played yourself.
And I've been saying, shout out to my man Steve, my young bull. He was like, yeah, now these old heads are gonna talk about how they never seen nobody do this or do that, like sub themselves out of this, that, and the third, and how, well, it's true. And they're like, yeah, he shouldn't be running himself in the dirt and things like that. Well, he's a 6'4", 6'5" quarterback that weighs 230 fucking
30 something, yeah.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Get the fuck out of here. Lamar Jackson ain't subbing himself out of the game.
Never. And I'm pretty sure he'd be dog tired after some plays.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Bryce Young, dog ass ain't subbed himself out of the game.
Nope.
And he was getting mollywopped.
Yeah. And that's a
motherfucking French fry.
Yeah, and that's the big issue with him. He needs a better O-line. Dog, why do you Deontay Johnson?
Let's talk about it.
You're in your words, the thought process behind that trade.
He's a cancer, man.
Okay.
And that was the report coming out of Pittsburgh. He's a cancer. Can he play? Yes. Yes, he can play. But the reports were that he was a cancer and that he does too much.
Okay. So we don't need him in this system spreading whatever he got
Dan Morgan ain't going. Yeah, Dan Morgan ain't going for that, bro.
Okay.
It is what it is. Right? It is what it is. If we're gonna build in the draft, let's build in the draft. Let's get some young, rich, hungry young boys, and let's just build this thing from the ground up, right? They need to get rid of Miles Sanders. Get rid of him and that fucking contract because he's dog shit. Get rid of him.
Wow.
Get rid of him.
Yeah. Oh, we gave the Cowboys a nice little ass whooping.
Mm, tap that
When I
ass.
talk about that, the 49ers, when I say we gave them a nice little ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
still think that we should have been in the hunt for a wide receiver. From what I heard, some of the wide receivers, I guess, that may have been a target have came up with injuries. I think Christian Kirk was one. Um,
Mm.
Gone for the
That would have been a nice
season.
pickup.
Say that again.
That would have been a nice pickup prior to
Yeah,
that injury.
yeah. Because I think we desperately need one. Even though we looked pretty good moving the ball, but that was the Dallas Cowboys defense, and they haven't looked good or stopped. It really stopped anybody this season anyway. So,
Right.
but I think an additional a wide receiver, a veteran wide receiver is needed. Um, I don't know when Jawan Jennings is coming back. We know when Ayuk is coming back. Parasol didn't look too bad. It's going to take some games for him to get to a point to where he's really making a big difference. But I think once Christian McCaffrey comes back, that frees up a lot.
Uh-huh.
Because you have to account for him. There's no way you cannot uh account for Christian McCaffrey and just let him, roam around free or even have at least 2 to 3 eyes on him.
Yeah.
But
Look, again, I mean, and I hate this for your squad or whatever, man. But at the end of the day, right? Like before he even got there, what is this year two for McCaffrey? Year three?
three.
This
Well,
is year three.
yeah, three, 2.5, three, something like that. Because I think they traded him
Yeah.
like midway through like week 5, something like that. Week 5, week 6.
He's a very, very special player, dog.
Yeah,
And I've known that for a while. I think that people don't or haven't appreciated him, maybe because he's a white running back. I don't know. And I'm not gonna say everybody, but people don't really appreciate what that man does. And I guess because when he was with Carolina, it didn't necessarily equate to wins. But when you have a solid team like the 49ers, or what y'all had at least, you
yeah,
can see that no matter what, he is the best player on your fucking
yeah.
team. And it's not
Without,
close.
yeah,
It is not
without
close. Uh, and for he's what I know we had a generational talk. He's a generational player.
yeah.
He is. And you're seeing it.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
He
absolutely.
is. He is.
He makes
So
he makes things happen.
man, and so I hate that for him because I'm always gonna be an MC fan. I definitely hate it for you and the rest of Niner Nation. You know what I mean? And let's just whatever it is, man. Let's just hope that when he does come back, dog, that he's healthy, man. Because I would like for him to be
Right,
healthy and for me, for him to be able to carry on with whatever it is that's going on.
right. From all those sources, it's supposed to be, I think, trending to maybe some reps this week. Definitely in the game next week. So we'll see. Um, but yeah. What are your thoughts about this Dwayne Wade statue?
When I first saw it before the memes, I didn't see the memes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Uh, they don't look like no motherfucker Dwayne Wade, dog.
Not at all. But he okayed it. So I don't know. I mean, it don't look like him at all. At all. Not in the least bit. Not in the least bit. He okayed it. I who knows why. Then he defended it. The creator of it, they even posted their receipts, posted pictures of him doing the process of being drawn with Dwayne Wade looking at it, looking at the bus before it was even created. So like he saw it. So it wasn't like once they took the sheet or blanket off that shit, it was the first time him seeing it. So I mean, hey, it looks nothing like him,
Maybe
but if he's
no, it
happy
does
with
not.
it, hey,
But also too, like if and I mean, we knew it was going to take place, right? It's
mm-hmm,
fucking Dwayne Wade, right? Like, yeah,
mm-hmm,
you got to get Dwayne Wade a statue in Dade or Wade County, if you
right,
will. So it is what it is. We know who it is. Does like him know? but we know who it is and we know what it represents, man. So hats off to Dwayne Wade,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Big
Can I be
congratulations.
honest?
Go ahead.
I have never been big on Dwayne Wade.
I would be the first to tell you that. From the time I was stationed in Miami for 4 years, and they used to call me a hater. I
I
have
don't
never
know
been the
what
biggest fan of Dwayne Wade at all.
I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. One of my partners, man, shout out to Slick Pete, man. Um, he loved that motherfucker Dwayne Wade.
Mm.
I don't know, and I'm not taking away from what he did. It was just
Yeah,
like some his game just wasn't. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I've never been able to really put my finger on it, but I've never been. Yeah, no, at all, at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else we got in sports. Uh, let's jump to the biggest news. Broke right after we recorded last week. A little Durk. He was
Okay.
apprehended. Supposedly he was trying to get out of the country, flee the country to actual country that extradites back to the U.S. So I don't know what sense that makes, but um,
Mm-hmm.
he was apprehended and he is facing what? Murder for hire charges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
Mm.
Um, Here's the thing, man. I mean, of course, we'll find out in the upcoming days and weeks or whatever, or what's real and what's not. This is a bad look. And the first thing they're going to do is go back to these songs that he's rapped, right? They're going to go back to all of this shit, right? To this gangster image, right? They're going to go back to all of this shit. And chickens, God, Lord forbid, but it looks as though the chickens are going to come home to motherfucking roost on that young man Durk.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And for his sake, I hope he has some type of alibis, or I hope he just doesn't have anything to do with it altogether. For the sake of his family, for the sake of his children, for the sake of the people that are dependent on him.
Right. No, yeah. Hopefully he does have alibis. Hopefully, but the way this shit looking now is just like it's like you looking at it and they talking about, oh, he used OTF credit cards to buy the cars, well, not buy the cars, but the rental cars that these motherfuckers was doing drive-bys and hits in and all kind of shit. Like my nigga, does like is that not a breadcrumb, like a trail? Like what are you doing? Um, the tickets that you're using to fly out, what the mean methods of payment that you're using to fly out the country is, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
And then they talk about the guy who allegedly
Hmm.
who allegedly attempted like they talking about he gave him 50K or whatever
Hmm.
on the song, and Durk is talking about how he'll give it 50 and he'll wipe you away.
Yeah. Not to mention a wiretap being worn for 2 years. Jesus, man. Mm. Wow.
Man, prayers out to his family because I know they hurt. Prayers out to him. Prayers out to his family for sure.
Hmm.
But I know they hurt, doggy.
Yeah, it gotta be. I mean, and eh, the to hear the talks of the actual OGs that have kind of pulled him to the side to talk to him. I guess to no avail. I guess that's a common thing. These guys are always talking to him, like far as in the Wallows and everybody, like hey, look, all these guys around you ain't your friends. The shit they doing, like you need to distance yourself from it, blah 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 blah. And now we're here with this murder for hire. Of course, he probably had a lot of pressure on him to avenge the death of many of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
but I mean, sometimes when you are the center of a lot of people's universe, as you said, like a lot of people he take care of. A lot of people's dependent on him. So sometimes
They
that
are, man.
the bigger picture is like, hey, I got to make sure I'm here because if I don't hold it down, ain't nobody gonna hold it down. I'm the actual, I'm the one that's supposed to be the protector. Like people supposed to be doing shit for me. Like you would think that he wouldn't even have to say, hey, uh, somebody need to pay for that. There should be somebody else saying that, and where it don't even get back to him, or there's no traces of him even being involved. But I mean, these days,
It sounds good, but you
it
gotta think of, but at the same time you gotta think of, um, people that he is taking care of, or people that in his camp. The
mm-hmm.
last thing they do is bring smoke on their name or bring smoke to his name. So it ain't
Right.
gonna. It doesn't quite work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hear what you're saying though, but it ain't. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like if it was me and you and some shit went down or whatever, right? Do I know? And if something happened to one of your loved ones or somebody you fuck with or whatever, and I'm the muscle, of course
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna think like, oh yeah, we got to ride.
Yeah.
But I'm also gonna think about, damn, well, if I do this, am I going, bring, unwanted attention to the nigga Reggie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna take the commands from the tower, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Also that holding people down and taking care of people, you always gonna have that one or two, maybe even three or four that's like, damn, well, I was his man before, he was. We've been tight with each other since blah 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 blah. And it looks to be that he taking this nigga more than he taking care of me.
Okay.
Crazy shit. But I mean, hey, good luck to all parties involved. Um, this gonna be this gonna be a messy one. This one looks way worse than the thug one because the breadcrumbs, the damn wiretaps and everything is just what was worn. And as you said, of course, the hip hop police is gonna use the lyrics. So
Yeah, I'm about to say not only that, it's just and then you got to think about it, brother. Stigma, the, just how Chicago, the rap and how Chicago looks. When you think
mm-hmm.
about Chicago, and you think about drill music, you think about killing,
Yeah.
you think about drugs, you think about massive guns, you think about crime, you think about these things, right? And yeah, it's just music, I get it. And maybe they're telling their stories, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
shit, this is an example of when that shit will backfire on you
Right.
when you get on them white folks.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
You
And I'm not
absolutely.
knocking them. Yeah, I'm not knocking them for making the music because I fuck with Durk, right? I'm not knocking them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's plenty of rappers out here that's talking that shit. Meanwhile, they in Rancho Cucamonga, dog, on a motherfucking on 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
acres. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
You're right.
It's gotta
No,
be it's gotta be some sort of separation at some point, right?
yeah, you got to. You got to. Right, man. Good luck. Go back to sports real quick. I saw this quote from Joe Mazzulla, who is the Boston Celtics coach. For those that don't know, he said the biggest thing that we're robbing people of from an entertainment standpoint is you can't fight anymore. I wish you
Yeah.
could bring back fighting. I just don't get why some sports are allowed to clear the benches. The only thing we have is a ball. The other sports have one of the hardest surfaces and a playing instrument and pucks and sticks, and we're not allowed to throw down a little bit.
Joe crazy as hell. Man, nobody feel like you square up, nigga. Shit, boy, sit your ass down.
Listen,
Joe ass crazy, though.
how many how many well it's a couple, but I mean I I think you'll find out who really tough and who ain't in the NBA.
Yeah, how many times have we heard one of the toughest guys or portrayed one of the toughest guys that are portrayed who portrays that he's tough in the NBA is Draymond Green.
And probably ain't.
Draymond Green will step on your
Right.
balls. He will elbow you. He will poke your eyes out. He's the
Mhm.
first one to tell you what. Man, ain't nobody fighting in the NBA. He
Yeah.
done said it. It's documented. It's recorded. He
Mhm.
done said it many times over. Man, ain't nobody fighting in the NBA.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
believe
it's still
I believe
yeah, it's
Isaiah
still
Stewart to get to it though.
he will play who?
I believe Isaiah Stewart would get to it.
Well, he looked like he would.
Yeah,
But
and
unfortunately,
the Marcus boys, the Morris twins. Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Oh
Maybe.
yeah. Because that shit.
But all it takes is for you to be a little tougher than the next dude.
Yeah, you're right.
And now you look like somebody that's with the shits. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, Boogie might toss a nigga on his neck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
In my mind.
Yeah.
But he's also said the same thing. Ain't nobody fighting in the NBA.
No.
He said the same thing.
No.
So what? I got to take one. So in order for me to be considered a bad boy, I just got to take one extra step. And niggas like me and you gonna think that they with the shit. We don't fucking know.
Man, imagine if they let niggas get the center court for about 5 to 10 seconds and just throw a couple blows in. Because in hockey they'll let them get a good 15 seconds in.
Oh yeah.
Separate them.
Oh,
put motherfucking penalty box and it's.
Oh, they get on that goddamn ice, boy. If I don't fuck with you, as soon as they drop this puck, bitch, I'm dropping my gloves, bitch. What's up?
Listen, I think the niggas know. I think they be looking like, hey. Last game, we got to score the settle.
I'm on your ass. Yeah, I'm on your ass.
we got to score the settle.
You gonna have to see me about that.
I've been waiting since last season because we didn't have no more games. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
You gonna have to see me about that.
I didn't catch you. Yeah. I didn't catch you nowhere outside, nowhere. Get your ass on this ice.
Man, them hockey motherfuckers be wow. Yeah. The butt nigga ass on ice, bro, on skate.
Yeah.
You gotta be a bad motherfucker, man.
Listen, and them niggas ain't got no shame walking around with snaggle tooth, teeth missing. Them motherfuckers lose their shit right there on the ice.
That motherfucker Alex Ovechkin was he's one of the richest people in the world, man. That motherfucker
replace that shit.
Wow, snaggletooth, nigga. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. Won't replace none of that shit. All right, move on. I saw Metro Boomin in the news. He's been he's been sued for attempted rape, right? Yeah. No, the woman actually alleges that he raped her in 2016 after she blacked out in the studio with him. She claims that the incident led to a pregnancy, which she later terminated.
Duh.
Metro. Ain't that
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't sit here and say, stay away from these dog ass motherfuckers or stay away from motherfuckers that mean you no good. Because guess what? You could be bamboozled. You can this instant, but I'm just saying, bro, like you never know. The motherfucker that you think won't do it to you will do it to you.
Yeah.
Stay on your toes, especially when you're in the spotlight like that.
Yeah. Oh. Got to guard yourself in all cases, all circumstances. More hip hop police news. I saw that the feds allegedly raided the offices of Rap-A-Lot Records and J.Prince. Hey, them boys is out. They're trying to get any and everybody they can. And hip hop is the main course right now. Nigga, they not care about the mob. They not care about none of this other shit. They worried about hip hop.
Well, I think you have to. I think they feel like they have to be. Because we cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We cracking. We our culture, the culture, has so much to do with what happens in the world, bro.
Yeah.
And the powers that be don't fuck with that, man. Come on.
Moves it around.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Moves it. Did you see the Angel Reese and Shaq interview, whatever they was doing?
I saw clips of it. I was gonna watch it in its entirety earlier today, but I got kind of tired of it. But I did see clips of it.
It was it was real cringy. I didn't watch all of us. I watched, I guess, the main parts and pieces that they put on, far as in him. Um, he looked thirsty. He looked like he wanted that young girl's cheeks. And some of the things he said, it can kind of allude to it, maybe, maybe not. But I just think as Shaq, you don't put yourself in that situation being 50 some years old and you got this 20 early 20-year old young lady, 20 something year old young lady, you know what I'm saying? And then he released a statement like, oh, we tripping, she not even his type. Well, we don't really know what your type is, Shaq. I mean, but from the looks of it and some of the things that were said, like I don't know. It's just certain things that you could say and do that appear like, oh yeah, this motherfucker wants some of that. He wants some of that booty. And that's what it looked like.
You think so? I don't take it as that. I don't take it as that. I'm gonna have to disagree with
In,
that.
in,
I
in
think.
certain parts for me.
Well, again, they're business partners, right? Shaq
Mhm.
is the president of motherfucking, Reebok, and
Yeah,
she just signed her Reebok deal, and we knew the
right.
Reebok deal was coming before she even left college.
Hmm.
Um, I think I don't think he overstepped. It seemed what he was saying, the things that he was saying, it was true,
Right.
but in society today and what's going on, bro, like you can't necessarily go out and put that shit on Front Street, like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you can't, but in a person that's, it can go either way, right? So ultimately, I think us as men or a man, right, like especially on her platform, you can't give her tips on how to sexualize herself, because women
Mm.
are going to do it, men do it.
Right.
The key, one of the things that, it's no secret, is she wearing what she wants to wear? Yeah, she's wearing what she wants to wear, but make no mistake about it, she's wearing it for likes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's wearing it for clicks and comments, right? Like, make
Mm-hmm.
no mistake about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the way society is set up today, bro, he you got slippery slope when you're commenting on what she should do,
Yeah.
right? He has his opinion, and he's
Mm-hmm.
entitled to his opinion. He is.
Yeah. That saying that they tell us in the army all the time, perception is
Mm.
reality for the most part, which we know is some bullshit, but
Mhm.
sometimes you leave that door open. It's for interpretation. People are going to interpretate, and it may not be in your favor at all. D'Angelo. So this goes back to that how does it feel video. You remember that video, right?
Of
D'Angelo.
who?
D'Angelo, how does it feel?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this goes back to that video. So it came out that the reason for, I guess, not his decline, but him stepping away from music and going through a lot of things that he went through is because he suffered like very, very deep depression because of how he felt like he was sexualized during that video for that video and the pressure that was on him to maintain that shape because that's what women want. He was viewed as a sex symbol, a sex item, so he had to do this and do that to maintain the shape, and he felt like he had to live up to the D'Angelo in that video the majority of his musical career, and if he didn't, then it was more or less like he was ass or whatever else. So he said that that video specifically for him led to uh a very deepened state of depression.
Guess what? I'm not surprised at that, right? Like, at the end of the day, um, everybody's not meant for that type of, for that type of spotlight, bro.
Right.
You right? Like at the end of the day, he just might be a nigga that just not, it's not on that type time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, because the lights are very bright too. Everybody's not, you have a lot of people like the Summer Walkers that really don't like the spotlight. They talk about when she performs a lot, she's sitting down, or she often has a couch on, her sets, and she's sitting on the couch kind of like to herself, singing and performing like she's kind of like she's, at home doing her thing. And that keeps her comfortable, to where she doesn't feel like the anxiety or pressure, whatever else, performing. So in D'Angelo case, that I guess that was one of the things, and I guess just trying to live up to that. I guess the image that he portrayed in that video. I mean, but you shot the video too, so
yeah, and could he have been like, no? Yeah, he could have, but let's not act like that shit didn't put him like, that shit didn't put his ass on. You know what I'm saying?
He probably benefited great. It was. I mean, even though he probably had cheeks waiting for him everywhere, it probably doubled, quadrupled after that video.
Right.
So I mean, gift and the curse. Gift and the curse. Slippery slope. I'm gonna play a clip for you. I should have sent this to you earlier, so this wouldn't be your first time hearing it. Let me see. This is in reference to, I guess, somebody. Let's say your ex, not your ex, your current partner feels like somebody has overstepped their boundaries and kind of disrespecting your relationship. Hold on, let's listen.
Show people, to me anyway, what grinds your gears.
Yeah.
The people that enjoy grinding gears is coming to grind your gears. Mm-hmm. I'm one of those. I enjoy a little gear grinding pause. Yeah. So if I see that piss you off, I used to have the same fight with my girl. Yo, check that bitch. Well, why? Then she gonna know that this is a checkable offense.
Yeah, your responses is legendary.
That's good.
I'm trying to get that off.
No, that's right. He's right. That's true, though.
I ain't saying that it works with her, but that's my thinking. If I let the girl know that this is grinding your gears, you, who I care about,
of course,
not her, who I don't.
I agree with you.
Then now we've allowed somebody who don't matter and is inconsequential.
You gave him the blueprint. Our household.
What's the difference between that and like establishing a boundary and
a boundary with who? Strangers?
These motherfuckers don't have
with strangers.
All right, so in context, right? Your lady felt like another woman overstepped her boundaries with you, or with her, or your relationship, and she says, Dre, I need you to check that bitch. And you're like, for what? So now now that she knows what, basically pisses you off, or, now I'm giving her the upper hand, to feel like she affected you, made you mad or some other way or whatever else. What's your thoughts?
No, I can't fuck with that, Reggie. I can't fuck with that now. I can't. And here's why, because at the end of the day, you got to understand, if this your old lady, and this your old lady, who you fucking with, bro. Mm-hmm. Happy wife, happy life. You smell me?
Yeah.
Right.
As much as we hate that saying, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the truth, bro. So you gotta stand up for your old lady, man. You gotta stand up for your relationship, man. And if it's you, then so be it. Because if the shoe's on the other foot, you would expect her to.
Yeah. Yeah,
you would. What like prime example? He's just talking about, a woman saying that. Well, what if, he was talking about strangers or whatever the case may be. But what if it wasn't a stranger? Or what if you was familiar with another? Your old lady was familiar with a man. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, you see this man hugging on your old lady. And when he hug on your old lady, he run his finger through her hair. But that might be they norm.
Yeah.
But that shit gonna have your ass fireball hot.
Yeah.
And if she come and you say, yo, well, you should probably check that. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to get, I don't want to get into it, but check that shit for real. Mm-hmm. And she don't do it.
Yeah, well, you definitely have something to say. Follow on to that. Do you feel like she should check the man, or you should. Like, you gonna go to him like man to man and talk to him, or you gonna leave it in your woman's hands. And she should do the same if it's a woman.
I think I think who you're trying to protect should check it.
Okay.
Because it's not about a man, it's not about sword fight, it's not about none of this. It's about being smart. It's about what's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And what, as a man, and you know how men, you know how we beat our chest or whatever the case may be, right? Like, all right, okay, we do that.
Yeah.
But the expectation my expectation would be like, yo, all right, if my old lady or whatever case may be, if that happens, like, yo, you need to make sure that young man know that ain't it.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I because I feel like, well, if it's a stranger, then maybe.
If it's a stranger, nah, then we
then
check
I'm gonna say something. But if it's somebody that's, if it's somebody familiar, I would assume that she should handle that just like I would and should handle it on my end. If it's somebody, because the person, how to communicate with them, how to get it through there. Like, it could come off kind of aggressive if I go talk to the man, or if she go talk to the woman, it could come off aggressive. So next thing you know, the simple little, hey, I just want to come let you know or come talk to you, it's turning into a fight.
Real shit.
But so devil's advocate. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Devil's advocate. What if it's something that she feels like you need to check this woman about, but you like, that shit is so innocent. Like, what are we talking about?
Again, that goes. A conversation has to be had. That goes back to what I just said before, bro. Right? Like, it might be their norm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild. What you gonna do? You gonna barbecue? You gonna motherfucking build it? Because if you don't check it, guess what?
Now, I've been in cases where I have lost friends, childhood friends that I went to middle school, high school with, over, I'm not gonna say an insecurity of a woman, but I guess she felt some kind of way. Like, you need to, don't ever text that bitch again. Don't have her, blah, blah, blah. Or she reached out to the girl herself and, went nuclear on her. And then next thing you know, a year or two later, maybe I'm not even in a relationship again, and I'm bumping into the friend, it's like, yeah, you've been in those circumstances or situations?
I don't know, bro. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, so I have, and I think in those cases it's hard because once it's kind of like, damn, I love this person, I love this person, and it's almost like the weighing of who's gonna be around longer, who like, you don't want to hurt nobody.
Real shit. I think I think I have been in situations where it's like, yo, like, I know some shit is innocent, and I know that it ain't what it's. I can't even say it looks a certain way. I just know what our norm is, or what my norm has been with the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just shit. It's a slippery slope, dog.
Yeah. One of those case by case basis, man. But
absolutely.
It puts a lot of things, yeah, because like I said, it's kind of like, if the relationship don't work, and that's a gamble, like, you don't know. But then, I bumped into friends later on. It's kind of like, all right, yeah, we gotta have this talk, sit down, blah, blah, blah. And I like, old girl told me some shit that I ain't even heard. Like, yeah, man, your girl called me all kind of bitches and hoes and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
I'll apologize for that. Like I ain't know all that went down. I just know. Like she was like, "I'm gonna talk to that bitch and don't you know." I'm like, all right.
That's a bit
Anywho,
much.
yeah. Let me play this for you. Let me play this clip for you.
I'm the type of person where I won't let a breakup or mistreatment of an intimate partnership define who I am and how I love. It hurts me to my core when I see women that say, I done had a dog me out before. Another man ain't never gonna give me that soft. And I'm like, why not? Cause these men, they don't know You only dated one man.
You gonna judge me off the
but
shit
it's
this
not
nigga
about
did?
you. This is the issue. Men jump into those conversations and make it about them when really y'all should be saying, why are you changing who you are because of what you went through?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like you're such a good person and you have all this love to give and it was done genuinely, nothing about your experience should change you at your core. And that's why a lot of these relationships, I don't respect the way that they're done or how women go about them or approach them, because you were trying to convince him to love you so you can benefit from it. Your participation in the relationship wasn't organic, because if you only felt like you doing that was supposed to reap you a benefit of you being with him forever, and it didn't work out that way, you were never genuine.
Yeah.
You were trying to coerce him into loving you.
Sure, you've been there before, to where you've heard, maybe even some of your friends, some of your homegirls, like, you know what, a nigga ain't gonna never have me that soft ever again.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter whether it's a nigga or a woman, whatever. It doesn't matter, bro. We all go through that, bro. Right? Yeah, try to learn from your mistakes, and put a coat of armor hard, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, is that really you're gonna miss out on your blessing doing that?
Yeah.
You are easier said than done. Make no mistake about it.
It is. Yeah.
I've been, what I mean, I've been guilty of it too, right? Like some shit happened, whatever the case may be. I went on a motherfucking rampage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say my first heartbreak, but a heartbreak when I was a young dude. You know what I'm saying? I went on a rampage for about a long time. And I probably shitted on some good. Well, I know I shitted on some good people that had good intent and shit like that. So, with that being said, bro, like that ain't easier said than done, but that ain't the way. This love thing is dangerous, but it's also beautiful.
Very. I've ran into plenty. I'm not gonna say plenty, but I've ran into enough to of those types to say. And hell, I think I've probably even been guilty of saying something to the effect of I'm never gonna be this way or that way with another one. Like that, what's the saying that usually you only get one version of me or whatever, and you fuck that up, you'll never get that person again or whatever, or no one ever, something like that, some shit. But I yes, I agree to the you're gonna miss out on your blessing part. I always think you should start, once you like coming into something, it should be a clean slate for somebody. I don't think nobody should be trying to repair somebody that somebody else fucked over, or I got to go through hell and high water to get the version of you that you really truly are, because you're guarded and you have all these walls up and everything else because of what happened in the past.
We all are affected by our past, brother. End of the day, we all are affected by our past, bro. It's just about how much you have that much of that situation you let control you or control your actions.
Yeah.
Right. And it might take some people longer than others, that healing shit that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But if you don't get over it, if you don't give love or try over and over and over again because you're not going to get it right 9 times out of 10 on the first go, on the second go, whatever the case may be. Hopefully you do, God willing that you do.
Yeah.
But if you don't give this thing a try, my nigga, you won't be alone.
Yeah, you are. Looking at your friends, wondering why them motherfuckers happy. They decided to let their guard down or not hold somebody's not hold what somebody else did to them and bring that shit to the new shit.
What we talking about here, man? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some unapologetic truths.
Let's do it.
Let's see, what do we have here? What was your if I can survive this, I can survive anything moment? That's an easy one for me. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go, brother.
April 7th, 2003. I was my platoon was mortared. We got hit 2 or 3 times. We lost like 6 people. That was probably the one of the worst experiences of my life, seeing people burning on fire, running around, dead bodies, and just, me realizing how close I came to death. And nigga, I'm telling you, like, I was crying and didn't even know I was crying. That's how, I just happened to like, just that shit just came out of nowhere, man. And the only thing I could think about was passion. Because that was my only child at the time. That's the only thing I could think about. I was like that shit was the worst experience ever. But of course, I'm here, so I survived it, with a lot of other people, but a lot of people didn't. So that was that moment for me.
I'm gonna say being dead broke, having no money, having nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing where my next meal gonna come from, not too embarrassed to reach out. Just thugging. And staying faithful to myself and understanding that joy comes in the morning, and that if I just stick out this fucking mud, get through the mud, get through the storm, that I was gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm. Thinking about it, that shit would definitely humble you and put a lot of things in perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And actually that there's another question here because I'm just looking ahead, but that kind of that same thing answers, so I won't even ask it. But that's a good one. That actually would have been a good question too. What's this? Could you handle a partner who had a porn addiction? I'm assuming someone that watches porn a lot. If it didn't affect day-to-day life, I don't think it'd be an issue for me.
If it doesn't affect our life, I don't think it'll be
Mm-hmm.
for me, right? Like if it's affecting our sex life and if it's affecting our relationship as a whole, bro, like nah. If you want to watch people fuck, so be it.
Right. And I hopefully it wouldn't, but I like me thinking about it, I could see in a lot of ways. I could see a lot of ways that it could affect, you know, your person and their person, or my person and our relationship, because that might be something that she expects. Granted, we're not porno stars, and porno stars are a lot of this shit is scripted, so it's a lot of pauses and editing that you never see, and they have to, when you listen to the stories, some of the men have to come on, on cue and all this other shit. So is the expectations might be different, as far as in what you would know, what it would normally be regular. So yeah, if it didn't affect what we had going on, then I'm cool with it. But yeah. If that's her fix and we good with it, then I'm like, all right. What is this? What is something that happened to you or that you did that was devastating to your life at first, but then turned out to drastically improve your life?
I know. For me, right? So like, when I came into the military, right, I thought I had it all figured out, right? Like the woman that I had at the time, right? I'm coming back to get you, right? I'm pulling up, right? I got a couple dollars in my pocket. I'm gonna make this thing happen. I'm gonna take care of us. Blah 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 blah. Well, Jody got a hold to her when I was gone. Oh, Jody.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, man, shout out to my partner. He called me. I called him the day that I was able to actually use the phone. I was getting ready to graduate the next day from basic training. He said, bro, yeah. He's like, bro, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. But your girl out here, she wild. My man said he smacked cheek. I'm pretty sure he did.
So your homie said he did?
No, my homie told me about it happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he smacked cheek, and I know this nigga smacked cheek.
Okay.
I was fucked up, devastated. Like, oh my God, I had this perfect picture in my mind. Yada 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 yada. My world's crumbling. I'm a young dude, 20, 21 years old. Whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit was probably the best thing that happened to me, because that opened me up to be able to move and groove and see the world for what it really is, and have some great experiences and some not so great experiences. But I'm here today.
I think it was finally letting go of my youngest daughter, Shania's mom, like just the relationship in general. Cause that was my girl. That was my lady. I think I was fighting for a relationship that was probably already over, being that the military had kind of separated us. I ended up going to Miami. She was still stationed at somewhere else, well, where we were stationed at together, and trying to make a long distance relationship work, which I guess at that age and time frame wasn't the best for me, because I was fresh off a divorce, and then I ended up going to Miami. So imagine that, like, single man, newly single. I'm in Miami. I've been married I think I got married at 2021. So now I'm 25, 26, single, job, money in my pocket, and I'm sitting in Miami, but trying to be in a long distance relationship with, said woman. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I think it worked out for the best for everybody. I mean, later on, a couple years later, we, I guess, entertained the thought, of being together, but nothing materialized or happened. But just me, I feel like I now speaking on it, I feel like I was probably hurting myself more trying to maintain a long distance relationship, and worrying myself, about what the fuck was going on, what wasn't going on, if somebody trying to get at my lady, I'm doing all kind of dumb shit. But it put, once I realized, that, hey, I gotta let this go. I think that alleviated a lot of stuff for me, and I was able to actually, I guess, enjoy myself and enjoy life and enjoy Miami for that fact, you know. Yeah,
Right.
that was that moment for me. That was that moment for me. Hey, y'all, don't take none of this shit personal.
What's personal? Yeah, please don't.
No, I'm just saying in general. People like to hear us talk. Well, not like to hear us talk, but hear us talk, and it's a lot of shit that can be taken out of context. I don't know. One of my baby moms might hear this shit and be like, but
Oh God, please.
Remember on episode 74, I'm like, wow, I don't know. 74. How the fuck across
yeah,
that old ass episode?
This is the crazy part. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave it alone, man. Listen, unapologetic. If we fuck with you, we fuck with you, man. Right? Like, don't think that whatever we're saying, like we taking shots at you. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Right? If I love you, I love you. If I done told you I love you, if I done told you I fuck with you, I mean it. Ain't nobody on here trying to take no shots at you. Whatever it looks like, nobody's trying to do that. I know Reggie feels the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything is said or whatever, and you catch offense to it, because we're not perfect, and I get it, right? Like at the end of the day, we're not perfect. You know, it's not that.
No,
it's not that. Because the last thing I'm gonna do is shout at somebody that I love, who I fuck with. I ain't gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Or try to embarrass you, or whatever the case may be. It's love here. There's plenty of love in this room. There's plenty of love and plenty of Tar Heel shit in this motherfucker.
Which I definitely 100% agree with that. It was something else I wanted to say before we got off. Oh, my baby's gone, dog.
Excuse me?
X5. The X5 is gone.
I saw that, man. What
Yeah.
so tell me about it, bro. What you
well, long story short, it was just taking up space in the garage. So probably back around the pandemic, maybe a little bit, after it started. I feel like somebody put some bad gas in it, probably some 87 or something. It was running bad, running rough, running like a diesel. And you know how I run. You drove it, you had it, so it was never like, you know what I'm saying? It never sounded like a diesel. And to be honest with you, I kind of suspect Derek did something to it. I had, I let him hold it to look at it, see if I could, and it was never right after, he, whatever, I don't know what he did. I don't know, but,
so what you doing, selling it?
Yeah. So, so it's been sitting in the garage, the last, I want to say probably 3 years now.
I remember when that motherfucker was in there.
Yeah. So, it's been sitting in there. I at one point in time, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cancel the registration, take these tags off of it, because no sense in me paying insurance on a car that or a truck that I don't want to drive because of the way it sounds, the way it's running, and of course, as you know, insurance on a foreign ain't the cheapest. And then I got another car too, so I'm paying insurance on two cars. One of them I don't drive. So fast forward to now, I'm looking around, figuring out what I'm gonna do with it. It's still old, so something on it. So I'm like, found a guy. I don't know if I can say this shit or not, but I found a guy that would take it off my hands without the title, and he was gonna do his thing. And so he came and picked it up. And that was that. That was that. I had that motherfucker about probably about 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably close to 10 years. I think I got it in 2024. Not 2014. Probably. I think that's when the Tahoe had got totaled.
Yeah, right. Yep.
I think I got it about 2014. So it's been about a little over 10 years. Yep.
Well, but I get it, man. Mm-hmm. Came to the end of the road, dog. At least guess what? At least you got it off your hands. The most important thing.
Yeah.
You got it off your motherfucking hands. And you can go back down that road if you choose to go back down that road. What the fuck did he do? We'll talk offline.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, I was it was kind of a bittersweet moment because we tend, like, as humans, we tend to get attached to personal objects and items and things, and it was one of, especially something that has been around with you in your life for that long. So it's just like, yeah, man, that motherfucker held me down a lot. I did put that motherfucker on the road and rode a lot of places. So
shit, nigga, me too, nigga. I took that motherfucker to Charlotte, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, shout out to my baby. I don't know where she at now. I don't know if she's crushed or nothing, but I'm pretty sure she probably gonna be parted out. But hey, that's it happens. But all right, let's get up out of here, man.
All right, man. Well, as always, man, shout out to you, big dog, for making the time, bro, for Unapologetic, dog. I appreciate it, man. I'm sure our viewers appreciate it as well. Shout out to the home team. I love y'all, my support system. I love y'all. I thank you. You don't know how much you mean to me, man. Just everybody just rocking out with me. Excuse me. Everybody that's rocking out with me, and my support system, bro, is everything to me, bro. And as always, man, mental health is real. Myself or Reg, you may not be subject matter experts when it comes down to it, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself or you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic the podcast on our Facebook and or IG, or our individual Facebooks and or IG, and I can assure you, we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, big dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Absolutely. And as always, I appreciate you. Dog, I did Boston Celtics is getting that ass whooping right now. Well, it's 94-71 now. It was worse than that, but yeah.
That's an ass cut, boy.
Yeah, the Indiana's putting it on them. But like, share, subscribe. Shout out to all the listeners, the viewers, the supporters, the love we get. We appreciate it. To my family, I love y'all. Thank y'all for everything y'all continue to do, and just being there for me. One more real quick story. So the roof, I told you niggas was on the roof, right? I just happened to go in there. Because I cleaned out the garage, moved some stuff out the way, from when the truck was in there too. So I was going to put the shit up in the attic, and as soon as I pulled the string, let the thing down the ladder, nigga, I'm looking at sunlight.
What?
Hole in the roof. Didn't even know it. It's been there since the hurricane.
Didn't even fucking know it.
Didn't know it because I ain't climb on the roof. I ain't had nobody, because I from what I could see, walking around the house looking, nothing was missing, nothing. But of course, should have had somebody come get on that bitch and inspect it. But yeah, nigga, I'm looking at sunlight. That shit like blinding me. So and I had just said to somebody, like, it's crazy that it hasn't rained since the hurricane happened. I'm glad it didn't, nigga. Oh,
shit.
I would have.
Yeah, buddy.
God works in mysterious ways, boy.
One on big home.
Yes, indeed. Owe a lot to him. But yeah, like I said, thank you to everybody for the love and support. My family, thank y'all, love y'all. We're gonna keep on moving. And as always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know who it is. Your favorite two North Carolinians. We will see y'all next week. We up out of here.
Take it easy.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.